Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day. And I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the wisdom and experience that we all bring into the world. Today's a gift filled with possibility, so let's open it with kindness and curiosity. Keep in mind, we are all still growing and learning, so show yourself some mercy, grace, and those people around you. We're all just trying to make it, trying to learn and grow. Hopefully you haven't given up on that. I am midlife myself, and I still want to grow and learn. I want to do things, experience, create. So let's, just show some kindness to ourselves and give yourself a break. I have my coffee, so grab your nearest drink and let's check in together. You ready? You guys. Oh yeah. I bought this new creamer. It's Horizon Organic Chantilly Sweet Cream or something. It is so good. It's so good. Usually I'll just put heavy whipping cream and then this organic like cane sugar into my coffee. But this has like 4 ingredients, this creamer, and I believe it's all organic. I think it has cane sugar in it too. Anyway, yeah, it was good. I like it. I like I can't remember how expensive it was. More expensive than just plain old heavy whipping cream in the carton. Got my brain juice going. I've already had to fill my cup once up today. My water. I'm taking an extra long drink break today because what I have to talk about today, I wouldn't say I'm anxious about, but it's something that I have difficulty with that I need to implement into my life. So it's something I'm going to have difficulty doing. I'm going to read through it. I'm going to teach and try to learn and grow with you guys through this, and it's going to be it's just going to be awkward for me. I'll just say that because I have a hard time with this topic today. Let's take a deep breath though and check in with our bodies. Are you ready? I did have something when I was laying in the bed last night over here. So I feel a little tightness. I was wondering if I lifted something heavy. What did I do? I feel like I strained myself here. That's not a tension. It's just a strain. All right. Well, let's get into it. It's it's saying no. It's so funny. There was one time, oh boy, before my son was born, so over 20 years ago, I was at the library doing something and there was a little Mary Kay lady at the library. She's like, hey, let me come to your house. I'll give you a free facial and just tell you about my products. I'm just new to being a Mary Kay salesperson. Can I come to your house and, help give you a facial? I was like, yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. Oh my gosh. I had no clue what Mary Kay was. So she came to my house and just pretty much just put lotion on my face. And then she was trying to sell me things. And at the time, this was back when we were drowning in debt. And I'm like, I can't buy like a $15 face lotion. Sorry, like that's way too extravagant. Actually, until probably a year ago, I didn't use face lotion my whole life. I never put anything on my face. It's cosmetics or things like that. I super sensitive. Things irritate me, so I tend not to do anything. So so then she switched like her little pitch to like, hey, you could become a Mary Kay consultant. We have these vacations we get, or, look at this trolley suitcase thing I got because I sold so many. It only costs so much to get into it, and then your own boss. And I was like, no. And then I remember saying, like, I know I'm easily convinced of things, but I can't. And then she said, she just with a straight face, she goes, you are not easily convinced. You probably should stop telling yourself that. You are actually pretty difficult. I was like, oh, my idea of myself is like, I'm easily swayed or, whatever, but I guess I'm not. But the thing is, I do have this desire to help people, and I have a hard time saying no. So I guess salespeople, I have an easy time saying no, but in my mind, thought I was helping her out, or I'd be helping her out by becoming a Mary Kay saleswoman. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm easily talked into these things. But in my mind, I knew probably it was a sales thing. So then I'm like, no. Anyway, so I have to say, saying no is a form of self-care. Protecting your time, this is the title of the episode, protecting your time is the secret weapon for highly effective people. So, in our culture of yes, we often think that being a good person means being available to everyone at all times. But if you're the architect of your life, you know that building a building without walls isn't a house. It's just a ruin. It's in ruins. Today, we're reframing the no. Instead of being a rejection, it's an active stewardship of your own light, your own energy. And it's protecting what you were meant to carry and not carry. So, I guess is another thing it could be thought of as like a boundary, putting boundaries around your time, your attention, your energy, your kindness. So, is your yes actually just a maybe in disguise? Let's talk about setting boundaries as the ultimate form of personal responsibility and how protecting your time is the only way to truly serve your community. So, we've cleaned our filters and hydrated our bodies the last, yesterday. That's right, Monday and Tuesday, we're like trying to reduce that decision fatigue we have every day. Try to get your body in the best. I got so much good sleep last night. You guys, I focused, excuse me, I focused on when it was bedtime. I saw it was like 10 p.m. and I had my phone in my hand and I was watching Downton Abbey. I was in the middle of an episode and I'm like, turn it off. I'm not going to wait till the end of the episode. It is 10 o'clock. I'm doing my sleep hygiene. No screens. I went in the kitchen and I cleaned out the sink. You have your duties you want to get done, so when you wake up in the morning, kitchen sink is cleared, your coffee's set out and ready. You have your own little routine to get yourself into that sleepy bedtime mindset. Let's see. Then I went upstairs, organized my desk before I got into bed. You do your face washing and teeth brushing. What else did I do? I just set things up. I set things up how I want them to be when I wake up. And that kind of gets me into this relaxed, everything's settled for the night sort of mindset. And then I went to bed and I woke up feeling so great today. Not sleepy at all. So I'm going to try that again tonight. I did keep the alert filters off of my phone because I found that helped me the day before. Anyway, so we did those two things the last couple days. Today, after we cleaned our phone filters, we've hydrated our bodies, now we have to protect our time. Have you ever ended a day feeling absolutely exhausted, looking at your to-do list and realizing you didn't do a single thing for yourself? You spent the day putting out other people's fires, answering every little quick question, and saying yes to favors you didn't really have the energy for. But let's talk about boundaries. We're moving from people-pleasing to purpose-keeping. I have even heard something lately where you have to say no to the okay to say yes to the great. So like, yeah, I'll do that, I might like to help doing that thing, like the community meetings and stuff. But I'm like, if that's eating up all my time, I can't be like starting a nonprofit, or if I have this goal to really do something great, it's keeping me from that goal. So if you find something in your life that's just me, okay, yeah, I can do that. It's fine. I like it. I like helping people. I can do this thing that I've committed myself to. But if you can say no to that, you can say yes to something great. You have to draw the line. If you don't draw the line, other people will draw it for you. So in the news, we're seeing a rise in digital burnout litigation. Employees are suing for the right to disconnect. The world expects you to be reachable 24/7. That is my husband. He's like working till 8 p.m. He's constantly on his phone answering work emails. The most successful community leaders and creators are doing the opposite of that. They're becoming unreachable for large chunks of the day. They've realized that availability is a tax on their creativity. Taking responsibility for your mission means being brave enough to turn off the ringer. Oh, I keep telling my husband this, but when I was in a position where I had to be reachable or respond to things, I was the same way. So it's easy to tell someone, just turn your phone off, but it's hard to be that person to turn your phone off. Agreed. I agree. Turn off the phone. Protect your peace. So, the psychology behind it. Why is it so hard to say no? It's often rooted in a fear of social rejection, a survival mechanism from our tribal roots. But the modern world is not the same, as we don't need the tribe exactly right now. It's really good to have it and to make those connections with other people, but we're not nomads on the prairie anymore, where we certainly depend on the tribe to keep us safe. So, in the modern world, this is a disease to please. It creates a constant cortisol loop in your body. When you say yes, when you really mean no, your brain experiences a micro-stress event. Over time, this leads to resentment, which is the poison of any good marriage or community project. Science shows that individuals with clear boundaries actually have higher levels of empathy. Why? It's because they aren't burnt out. They have a reserve to give because they've already protected the source of their energy. So in the scriptures, it says, even the most selfless figure in history understood boundaries. In Mark 1:35, we see that even in the midst of a healing ministry with crowds pressing in, Jesus departed to a solitary place where he prayed. He didn't stay until every single person was satisfied with his whatever he was doing. He recognized that when his output required input, he could step away. And even in Matthew 5:37, it tells us, let your yes be yes and your no be no. It's about integrity. A boundary isn't a wall to keep people out. It's a gate that ensures that when you say yes, you can show up with your whole heart and full of power and that special light inside of you. So, this is me preaching to myself again. Self-care is the personal responsibility to say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. You're the steward of your energy. If you give it away to these urgent or unimportant tasks, you'll have nothing left for your spouse, your children, or your community, or God, or even your dreams. Like I said, if you want to do something big or have these goals, be creative. All that energy is sapped right out of you. So, this is the homework I'm going to have to do. And I'm giving this homework to you too, if you want to take it. Identify one request this week that you want to say no to and say it. But say your no in a kind, clear way. And you don't need to list a laundry list of excuses. You don't need a one-page essay to say no. That's something I learned in therapy a couple years ago. You don't have to give a reason to say no. We want to make excuses. We want to reason. We don't want to be seen in a bad light. And it's funny. I worked at a private school, and it was not a right fit for me. And so after the first semester, I actually was expecting to be hired at a different place. And so I gave my 4 weeks notice. And in my notice, I didn't give specific reasons. I gave benefits to them for me leaving. I was trying to make it a positive, like I'm leaving on a positive, and not laying blame, not doing a laundry list of excuses or reasons, or it was just like I need to leave. And I left. And for a while after that, I was like, oh, man, I feel like I have to explain myself, or other people are coming up and asking me about it. I'm like, I think to some people, I'm like, I'm expecting this other job. I really was. But then the Doge thing happened, and I think they cut funding for what I wanted to do. Anyway, and it turned out to be the best thing for me, honestly. I knew God was in it. God was all over it. He's the one who encouraged me in my path, because I pray for His will all the time. So there are 3 self-care resources I want to research today. You can research them with me. It's called The Boundary Boss. So it's a leading expert on psychological boundaries. This lady, Terry Cole, her website and podcast offer free scripts, how to say no without feeling guilty or sounding aggressive. Ooh, I am so going to check that out. It's called Boundary Boss. There's something called Sane Box. If your no is being killed by your inbox, SaneBox uses AI to filter out everything that isn't a direct priority, allowing you to set do not disturb times for your email so you can focus on deep work. It's called SaneBox. I'm going to look at that. I have 8 emails. I actually am connected to both of my children's school email, one of my daughter's other accounts that we're watching for, scholarships and things. I have my email where I volunteer. I have an email that I use for like business things that like my own personal business sort of stuff. So I have 7 or 8, I think, emails. I think this would be great. SaneBox. Anyway, Boundary Setting 101. It's in Psychology Today. I believe that's a magazine. Maybe it's an online magazine. It's a collection of research-backed articles on different types of boundaries, physical, emotional, and time boundaries, and how to communicate them to family and coworkers effectively. That's Psychology Today. And I guess the article or the section would be called Boundary Setting 101. All right, that's 3 good resources. I'm going to dive in today. Look at those. That looks great. Look at SaneBox. Because oh my goodness, I get so much email. I even filter all the junk mail out, but then I go through my junk mail. So I don't know what I'm doing. I may need SaneBox. All right, guys. I hope something struck a chord with you today that you enjoyed and you have a thought about it. Please leave that thought in the comments. Go to my YouTube channel if you're not watching this on YouTube and subscribe so you can get more content like this. Leave a like the little thumbs up sign if you can. My goodness. I was a little anxious about today's episode because I do have a hard time saying no. I had, just while I was recording this, I had another pop-up, a request for my time on Saturday on my phone. So I am so grateful. I have a busy, full life, full of things I like to do, but I do need to start setting some more boundaries. I know it. Every single day is a chance to learn and grow and become more of the wonderful person you are. The world is better with your light in it. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for more coffee, more conversation, hopefully little bits of wisdom and things that can help you. Until then, you have a good day. Bye!